In this video, I'm going to show you what to do when you feel overwhelmed in business, because as an entrepreneur, there's so many things to do. There's so many things to keep track of, and it can be very easy to feel overwhelmed. But overwhelmment is the single biggest killer in productivity in business, and so you must learn how to deal with overwhelmment when it comes up so you can continue to move forward in your business and continue to be productive. So in this video, I'm going to share with you a few tips that'll help you stop feeling overwhelmed right now so you can have more confidence, more clarity, and know what to do when you're not sure what to do. So sit back, relax, and welcome to another episode of 5 Minutes to Freedom. All right, welcome back to another video. My name is Justin, and I help people create businesses on the internet that give them freedom. And in this video, I'm going to share with you what to do when you're not sure what to do. All right, AKA overwhelm. How to stop feeling overwhelmed right now. Because overwhelm, simply put, is the single biggest, most common state, most common problem that people as entrepreneurs have. All right, entrepreneurs get into a state of overwhelm all too often, and it's this state of overwhelm that is deadly to them if they're not aware of it and they're not sure how to deal with it. And so there's 3 simple steps that I'm going to walk you through inside of this video, and I'm going to share with you how to actually deal with this overwhelm when it comes up. And so let's get right into it. All right, step number 1 is what we call a brain dump. All right, this is literally getting the ideas out of your head and onto paper, out of your head and onto a document of some sort. All right, this is the first step. What are the to-dos that you have in your life? Write them down. Get them out of your head, just write them down. What are the projects? Maybe it's easier to think in terms of projects instead of your individual to-dos. Write everything that's weighing on your mind. Clear it out. Do a brain dump, a complete dump. What about the things with your body? What are the to-dos and the projects you got going on with your body? What are the to-dos and the projects you got going on with your business? What are the to-dos and the projects you have going on with your family and relationships? What are the to-dos and the projects and the things that you have going on with your spiritual connection? So all areas of life, look around, walk around your house, walk in your garage, and just start writing everything down. Do a full brain dump of everything. The more you get out of your head and onto paper in front of you, the better this process is going to work. So that's step 1, do the brain dump. All right, step number 2, but here's the thing, after you do the brain dump and you look at the list, you're still probably going to be overwhelmed, because that's not enough. You got to do these other 2 steps. All right, so step 1 is get it all out onto a piece of paper, onto a document. Step number 2 is you got to decide. This is where we actually prioritize, and we say, okay, I could do all of this stuff. I could look at this entire massive list of things and I could just do all of it. And you don't really feel less overwhelmed if you look at it that way, though, do you? All right, what you want to ask are, what are the top things, the top 3 things that I should do in order to advance my life, to make progress, to feel good about what I'm trying to accomplish here? What are the must-dos? What are the things that I have to focus on first? And you just take that brain dumped list and you narrow it down. You just chop it down. Some of the stuff you pick out and say that has to get done right now. Others stays on that paper, and I'll share with you what to do with it later. But once everything is out of your head and it's out in front of you, read back through it. Get yourself a highlighter. It doesn't have to be green. It can be any color, and just go back through it and start highlighting what are the things that are the top priorities. And so if you got a list of 50 things or 100 things, narrow it down to like your top 10, because we're going to take it from that top 10 and we're going to narrow it down even further. We're going to pick the 3 things. You want to get out of overwhelm, you got to stop looking at the collective list of everything that's going on, every project, every to-do. Guess what? You can't do all of them right now anyway. So write them down so that you know that you have them. But then we're going to clear them out. We're going to eliminate them from our field of view, and in doing so, we're going to free up this overwhelm sensation and feeling that we have. All right, and so a couple of questions as you're deciding on what should I be? What should be my top 3? Well, 2 questions to ask for that. Number 1, what are the top 20% of the activities or the people that are producing 80% or more of the results, or 80% or more of the positive emotional states in my life? So when you're looking at your brain dumped list, ask that question. What are the 20% on here that's producing the most positive emotional states, that's producing the most results? And start by highlighting those. Another question you can ask is the opposite version of that question. What are the top 20% of the activities or people that are producing 80% of the pain, of the headaches, of the negative emotional states? And so when you can identify those, you know what to do and what not to do. And so that's a good starting point as you're sort of prioritizing and chunking down. All right, so step 2 is decide or prioritize. Step number 3 is you make a new list. All right, you did your first version of the list was the full brain dump version, and now you just make a new list. All right, making a new list is what's going to take away that overwhelm for you. All right, you got to feel good about these top 3 things, and so you pull them out of the big list and you put them on their own new list now. And then you go one step beyond that, because having the 3 things on your list, now you got 3 things versus a whole bunch of things, and everything is out of your head and it's written down, so you can just move that piece of paper over to the side, put it in a folder, you can do something with it, get it out of your field of view and focus so that you can only focus on those top 3 things that you've determined are the best 3 things to focus on right now. Beyond that, schedule a time and get the work done. Just go to work on them. Whatever the 3 things are, when are you going to do them? And start that process. All right. But to recap the 3 steps to dealing with overwhelm, to eliminating overwhelm: number 1, do a brain dump. Get it all out of your head, written down on paper somewhere. Number 2, prioritize. What are the top 3 things that must get done, that I should be doing? It's going to advance my life. And then number 3, take those 3 things, put them on a new list, push the other list to the side, only focus on that new list, and then get to work. Schedule it and get to work. So there you go, my friends. Those are the 3 steps for stopping and eliminating overwhelm as an entrepreneur. I hope you got value from it. If you did, let me know. If you'd like to have a conversation, there's some instructions for doing that. If you'd like to hop on a phone, have a one-on-one conversation with me, I'm happy to chat with you about this or about other things. You'll see instructions for that inside of the description box. Just follow those instructions. We can be on the phone having a quick chat. There's also some other resources that you might find as a business owner, as an entrepreneur, that will help you on your journey. So just check those out. They're in the description box. They're in the description box for you to check out on your own. That's all for this video. I hope you got value from it. Hope you found it helpful. If you did, feel free to like it, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. Be sure to hit the little notification gear and the bell icon so you get all of the videos that I do and you're notified. And other than that, as always, I want to encourage you to stay focused on freedom. See you next time.